Hi guys, welcome back. Excuse my appearance. It is the end of the day and it's really hot, so there's no makeup on fleek or nothing like that. Actually, you'll probably never see makeup on fleek around here. I'm like a 5-10 minute face type girl. But it's okay because the gains is popping though. Today was a full body strength training day. And the gains is popping. I'm trying to say, I think I am doing the body recomp because the body fat percentage is getting low enough that the gains is popping. Now, I don't know how to flex properly because I'm not a professional or anything at this stage in my life, but like, we out here, okay? But that's not the point. This is the point today. And I'm also not a culinary expert. So this is not looking all pretty. I am also not a film expert. I spent like a little bit of time in film school, but it was for acting for film, not for set design or anything like that. So there is no lighting for real. Just forgive. And this does not look necessarily the best, but I wanted to talk about this. It is an update. The reason I want to talk about this is because this is my first time trying Greek yogurt mixed with like a ranch seasoning packet. I got some plain Greek yogurt to try to substitute for actual ranch because ranch is calorically dense. And this has more protein, trying to, be on the health, So this is gonna be my first time trying it like this. And just by itself, it's not bad. This actually will make a good dip. I got the Great Value brand, the Walmart brand. Because I was like, over $2 for a little packet for some Hidden Valley. Now, I love some Hidden Valley. But that's not the point. Point is, I was on the frugal tip that day. But, so this is just the Walmart brand. And so it's a ranch it's a dressing / dip. And as a dip, I would dip a chip in this. So, the Greek yogurt with this packet, for real. Now, if you look on the packet itself, it says to mix the packet with mayo and milk, but obviously that would make it way more calorically dense. It's like 110 calories for 2 tablespoons that way. No. This serving right here, I don't remember how much of the Greek yogurt I used. Oh, it was like 75 grams maybe. No, hold on one second. It was like 85 grams, something like that, of Greek yogurt. It was 57 and then 15 for the Greek yogurt plus the amount of packet that I used. It was like, the Greek yogurt was 57 calories and the amount of packet that I used was 15 calories. So way better than if I would have used some regular ranch or if I would have made this according to the recipe. So I want to try it because today, instead of my usual like Asian inspired salad, remember last time I said I wanted to have a Mexican inspired salad. And so I did that today. So I have my 100 grams of mixed greens. So you have your lettuces in there, some spinach in there, I don't know, maybe some arugula in there. It's 50-50. I have avocado. I have the vegetarian meat that I mentioned last time. It's Morningstar Griller Crumbles. And I have some black beans and some corn. So the greens, the vegetarian meat, the avocado, black beans, and corn. And this is a large serving. I will show you a picture of it. This is a large ass salad. And it's only, it came out to be hold on. What is it? 582 calories. And that 582 includes the serving of kimchi on the side. So I gotta get my kimchi in, okay? I gotta get my kimchi in. I'm eating dinner later than I wanted to. It's already 6:30. I like to be done by 6:30 these days. I'm trying to get back to that, but whatever. It was a late day, a long day. But I have my kimchi on the side, gotta get the fermented foods in there. So without the kimchi, it would have been 572 calories. So, I mean, these are very, and that's with all this is a lot of this Greek yogurt mixed stuff. If I would have done this with ranch or with sour cream, it would be way more calorically dense. So I'm yapping. I'm gonna try it though, okay? Let me get some of this kimchi though. I kind of want to eat it first just because it's like a whole different flavor profile than the rest of this food. I told you, me and Kim, we go together, so I'm gonna keep my kimchi. I might have some more kimchi. All right, so while I'm talking, don't judge. You might see some errant greens. Okay, we can't avoid it. I feel them floating around in my mouth. I'm gonna try. Okay, but moment of truth. Let's see how the salad tastes with this Greek yogurt ranch mix. So I'm calling this my little Southwest salad, something of the sort. So let me just mix this on a little bit. Why is everybody so afraid of avocado? It's really not that calorically dense. 160 to maybe 170 calories per 100 grams. That's not a lot. Guys, get your avocado in. Get it in. It's worth it. Like, I love me some avocado. I can eat a whole avocado a day and make it fit in my calories. That being said, I do up day, down day, so of course I can make it fit. That's why I love the every other day diet. All right, so let's taste this. I want to get a good mix of flavors around. Oh, I did put salsa. That's one thing I forgot to say. Salsa. There is salsa on here too. Okay, there is salsa. How could I have forgotten? Now I'm seeing it as I mix it around. Okay, so there's greens, avocado, the vegetarian meat, beans, corn, salsa, and this Greek yogurt mix. So it's really Southwest out here. And yes, I would have this much sauce if I was eating this like the normal me, like with sour cream. I would have a lot of sour cream and or a lot of ranch. The normal me would also have cheese, but when you have avocado, you don't need cheese. But moment of truth, let's taste this. This is a lot. I was like, would you like some salad with this sauce? Would you like some salad with this dressing? But this is how I would normally do it. Like, I've been watching Mashi. I think that's how you pronounce his name, from South Africa. It's like MASH_IE, I believe. And he is always talking about like, girl, you would have done better if you just did not have all that sauce, Mashi, I made my sauce healthy, okay? I made my sauce healthy. But it's just so funny because he's always talking about like, and all that ranch and all that mayo. Because he says he used to love mayo. But you can make a healthy version, Mashi. And he knows this because he gives a recipe of that he uses to make his healthy. So I made it healthy, okay? That is a lot of sauce, okay, he would say. So if you see this and you know Mashi, tell him I did the right thing with the sauce. All right, let's see though. Ooh, that avocado tastes so good. The only thing, this might need is some chips. Okay, I'm not mad at it. As a replacement, I think it's working. Let me get some more bites in. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't you just use the Greek yogurt by itself? I tasted the Greek yogurt. It's just very, very sour, but not in the sour cream way. It's just very, very sour. So I thought it would taste better with some flavoring in it. As a replacement, I'm not mad at it. I might actually add a little more of the mix packet, like the seasoning packet next time. because that flavor is not really coming through all that much, which is not bad. Let me see. Okay, so I noticed as I'm eating this, it's just not hitting like that teriyaki Asian inspired salad that I made the other day. And then I realized I think it's because I did not season the vegetarian meat. Now, that being said, I didn't season the vegetarian meat with the teriyaki dish either, and it was banging. But that could also be because of the sugar content. Even though it's very minimal, the sugar content in the teriyaki sauce. So I did go in and hit it with this. So I hit it with some of this. Okay, this is salt-free, garlic and herb. And now I'm like, okay. So yeah, next time I will remember that if I'm going to do this Southwest style, Mexican style type salad, that I will make sure to season the vegetarian meat like I would some ground beef. Oh, I would love if I could eat ground beef. This would be bomb. This would be, oh, it'd be so bomb. Now it would be a lot more calorically dense, but it would be so bomb, like so bomb. But I told you guys in the last video, why I'm not eating meat. But however, I might try fish again because it is important to get your fatty fish in. I mean, you can supplement with fish oil, but I'm going to see if I can try with fish. Fish does not affect my stomach the same way regular meat does. It does affect it still though. And you like want to get like your fatty fish in like twice per week. So that's not too much. So we will see. I try, you know, a sardine can or something like that. I am like really loving this deltoid action right here though. Like, yes, the gains is gaining, honey. Yes. Okay. Maybe they were gaining last video too, but I don't know how to properly flex it. So if I was actually an athlete, y'all be able to see it better. But gains is gaining, because that's what I'm going for. I'm going for slender and lean, but still, you know, having the muscle tone and definition, like strong, like slender and strong, you know, like lean and mean. Anyway, that's not the point. Point is, season your meat, okay? I like, just because it comes like it's vegetarian meat and pop it in the microwave or something, you still want to. I mean, you can put it in the skillet, but just, I have to remember. Although, like I said, my teriyaki, I didn't need to do that, so I don't know. I think that salad was hitting more, but let's just try it with this garlic and herb. And this is salt free, so maybe even next time I'll put a little salt. But I'll keep the sodium content down. Although the beans are salt free, there's no salt added to the beans. And so the corn as well, I think, so there's really not salt in here. Except for in that seasoning packet, probably. All in all, would I make this again? Yes. I'd give it a 6 out of 10 though. It's not like that teriyaki one was. That teriyaki one, I was just saying, the whole time. I don't know if I ranked it, but I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10 or something. It was good. Similar calorie count. It was 570-ish, and so is this. So, and I'm just like I'm eyeballing it, like I'm weighing the food as I put it on, but I don't have a recipe or anything, so. Next time I'll put more avocado. When I get that avocado in there, oh, it ups it from like a 6 to like a 7, 7.5, 8. And I should have known, because it's like Southwest Mexican. It's like, yeah, you need your guac, like hello. Probably even better. It would probably be even better if I added the salt. But I don't know. What's my sodium intake for the day? What did I have today? I'm probably good on sodium. So I'll just keep it salt less for the most part. So my verdict on this hack is that it does work, and I will definitely use it again because I love ranch as a dressing. I always have ever since I was a kid. So, and I've loved sour cream. On my Mexican dishes, I love sour cream. So, and as a matter of fact, I would substitute ranch if I didn't have sour cream. So I would definitely keep this Greek yogurt with the ranch seasoning packet hack for sure, because I do love me some white non-solids on my Mexican dishes. As a hack, it is working for sure. So yes, okay. I didn't even know what a body recomp was until I started watching YouTube videos talking about body recomp and stuff, and I really think that that's what's going on with me. Because when I was losing weight, I was just walking and doing ab workouts, and I wasn't really strength training, and I hadn't strength trained in a long time. So I think that's why I'm able to get this effect where I'm losing fat, because I have lost in the last month since I started doing my steps. So in the last month, I increased my steps to at least 10,000, and I've been in a calorie deficit, and instead of strength training twice per week, I do 3. But I only started strength training a few months ago, and then I stopped. Like I did it for like 6 weeks, and then I stopped for a while because I do this old DVD that I'm gonna keep forever. Because all you gotta do is keep these same moves, and then just progressively overload. It's Jerry Love. She's the truth. Her Get Ripped series is the truth, and I do Get Ripped to the core. If you find that, it's the truth. I will keep doing that. Hopefully it never gets, let's keep this DVD going because I love it. Get Ripped to the core. I also have Get Ripped Slim and Lean. And I gotta thank my mother because we would do swaps. I would let her use some of my DVDs. She would let me use some of hers. So she still has some of my DVDs. Like she has my Shailene Johnson Turbo Fire, like low intensity hit cardio. And I have these Get Ripped. Jerry loves Get Ripped. And I do Get Ripped to the core because I need to train my core more because of some abdominal things that I had going on. Anyway, but anyhow, yeah, just progressively overload with that. But I've been able to maintain lean muscle mass as I am losing weight. And so I've lost 5 pounds in that month. And because I think, so that would technically be a body recomp where I'm losing the fat, but either preserving and gaining muscle. Because I wasn't looking like this last summer when I was losing the weight. It was not popping like this, not like this. So Get Ripped by Jerry Love. She is the truth, the true. I can't say anything but glowing. It's a full body workout too, so I can afford to just do the 3 days. Because I don't have to do legs one day, back this day, and the legs and the quads is popping too. I'm just saying, because I was in a doctor's office today, and the mirror was like right where I was sitting. I was like, look at my legs. I just had my legs crossed, and you could see the straight up quad line, just the line down the leg. I was like, oh my god, like girl, oh my god. That could also be for the walking, but like I said, if we're talking about aesthetics, the look I am going for is slender, slim, but toned and like athletic. And I think that is being accomplished. Like I like the fact that when my arms are just relaxed, it's not necessarily like you just see guns, when they're relaxed, you just see an arm for real. It's not until I'm like, that's when you really see the power. And so that is what I don't know how to flex my tricep, but that is what I'm actually going for. And I think it's being accomplished. Like, I don't need to look ripped at rest. But you can still see it as I move, though. Like, that there's tone and definition. So it's going well, guys. But that's aesthetically. As far as like inches and stuff, I want to get back to where I was when I was like 21. I had a 27-inch waist. And I think I've accomplished that because I was 28 inches and now I've lost the 5 pounds, and I can tell in my clothes that they're looser. I haven't measured yet, but I really don't need to because the difference is 1 inch. I've lost 5 pounds and I can tell that my clothes are looser. And I was already able to fit into a size 4 to 6. A 27 inch, when I was younger, 27 inches would have meant you were in a size 4. So I was right there anyway. I didn't have much to lose to get back down to there. So yeah, I pretty much see myself as already at the goal, but I might stay in a caloric deficit, maybe just for another month, maybe. Oh, guys, the luteal phase was, I learned a lot about myself this luteal phase. Okay, that is the week before your period, if I'm not mistaken. It was intense, man. I was like, I need to eat more. I might eat more. I didn't know if I was gonna hit my calorie deficit because I was just like low-key feeling ravenous. Like today I had 4 eggs. I had 3 boiled eggs in the morning, and that really like satisfied me, and then I was good. And then I was like, let me get another protein, and I still had 1 egg, so I ate it anyway. I ate the egg, you know, because I didn't feel like making anything because I was running between errands and stuff. But like, yeah, like I had unnecessary calories. I did Ritz crackers. Like, don't shop in your luteal phase. That's what I had to learn about me. I don't know what it's like for you. Don't shop. It's like going shopping when you're very hungry or going shopping when you had the munchies, okay? Because I never really get crackers that aren't like whole grain, like Triscuits, or sometimes I'll get wheat thins, but they do have sugar in them, so I prefer to get the Triscuits or the thin crisp Triscuits. Anyway, but this time, and my 6-year-old was with me as well, so that could have had an influence. Because this time she begged me for some goldfish, so I got her some goldfish. We don't keep that in the house usually. But I also got some Ritz crackers. We do not keep that in the house usually. And I got some pretzels. We get that occasionally because me and my older daughter, we love pretzels. So we do get that occasionally. But the Ritz crackers, the goldfish, and those Ritz crackers, oh, they're so good. And they have the whole grain version, but ain't nothing like the original version. It tastes so buttery. So I did have unnecessary, simple carbohydrates, which I was ashamed about. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm not too ashamed. I'm still in my calorie deficit, but I shouldn't be having just simple carbohydrates like that. It's just not. But I did walk afterward, you know. I'm not gonna lie, like, especially yesterday. And yesterday was a down day where I tried to keep it at 500 calories, but I ended up having like 1,000 calories. I was still in my deficit though. I'm still in a deficit because my deficit, I've made it big enough to where if I go up a little bit, I'm still good. I'm still low-key in a deficit. So my deficit was like 370 calories for the day, not including any workouts or anything that I did. That's just, you know. But yeah, so I was still in a deficit. But the luteal phase, I'm like, this luteal phase, it kicked my anus because I was just like, I need more food. And I need to listen to my body. So that's why I'm not ashamed or anything. Like, no, sticking to my goal. You have to listen to your body, especially as a woman. Especially if you have any type of hormonal issues, listen to your body. If it needs more food, give it more food. Don't be like me and give it simple carbohydrates. Take the extra steps. And this is where I'm like, I need to start meal prepping, because if I just had some tofu, I could grab those already cooked. I would grab that instead of, well, maybe I wouldn't have, because those crackers were so good. There's nothing like a Ritz cracker, except the club cracker. You know the club crackers, the white ones, the rectangle white club crackers. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh, simple carbs. But I normally don't keep that in the house. But whatever, I had it. The luteal phase had me in a chokehold. I was moody, and I've not noticed this about myself, but as I've gotten older, especially trying to make sure my hormones stay in balance, I have really been paying attention to how I feel during the phases of my cycle. I've always paid attention to my cycle. I know when I'm ovulating, all this stuff, because, you know, we had 3 kids. We gonna make sure we good, you know, we don't want any more, whatever. Well, the point is, but now I'm paying attention to how I feel during my cycle. So let me know if you guys notice that, if you pay attention to your cycle, if you're a female out there, if you pay attention to your cycle, what is that luteal phase like? Or are you more hungry when you're ovulating? Like that's like right before the luteal phase, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not an expert. Or is it just during your period? But I was like, and I might as well have had the munchies. And I do also want to say though, I had simple carbs, and I can tell you, if I have like pizza, or especially like if it's frozen packaged pizza, the junk or whatever, if I have that, the next day I will be craving food. I have noticed that. If I just stick to the whole foods like I normally do, I don't really deal with that. So I wonder if it was that on top of it. I wonder. Okay. But thank goodness that whole food fats like avocado and, you know, whole eggs are so filling, because this is filling because I feel satisfied and I still have like half this salad to eat. Like y'all, yeah, I have half this salad to eat and I feel satisfied. I put more of the meat in this one than I did in the teriyaki one. There's more protein in this one. In the teriyaki one I made, I only had, for protein, I only had the 1 serving of the vegetarian meat. I put 2 servings in this one. And I also have the beans in there. So it's definitely more protein in this one. And so I'm already satisfied. And now it's 7 o'clock and I'm like, am I gonna be able to eat this? And I still have some calories I could eat, but I'll just put it over to my down day probably, because can I even finish this? I don't know. And they do say, you know, stop when you're full. The problem with that though is sometimes you can undereat, and you have to fuel your body when you're strength training. Like your body needs recovery, you know? So I'm thinking too that I might just have to do like protein bars or something, or protein powder, because it's like, do I really want to be eating 3 eggs a day for my protein? Is that helping? Even though there's this doctor online, he's an MD, and he was talking about hormone health, and he recommends women to balance out their hormones have 1 to 3 whole eggs a day. And I'm like, that's definitely doable. But it's like, you know, it's still, I'm skeptical because all the years of like, oh, the cholesterol, and it's like the emerging science might be different now. Well, according to this doctor. But so, yeah, I might have to get a protein powder just to make it easier for me, or I'll have to meal prep. I will have to meal prep, but I don't know. What do you do? Do you do protein powders, or do you just meal prep your protein to make sure it stays as whole as possible? Let me know what you guys do. Give me some recommendations, some tips. This definitely bumped it up. Definitely bumped it up. Season that baby down. So I am going to end the video here, guys. I am going to finish this, but it's already been a long video. It's taking me longer to eat this than the previous video. But yeah, let me know. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section. Let me know how you go about getting adequate protein for the day. Do you do protein powders, protein shakes? What are your recommendations? Or do you stick to whole foods and just have it meal prepped so you don't have to resort to that? Let me know how you get your protein goals in. There are some cool protein powders out there. I do love, you know, a coffee, but I don't drink it as much anymore. Like, I haven't had it in months. I've been drinking this tea that I love, that you see in my shorts. It's like a peppermint mocha type tea. And then now I've been putting creamer in it, so it gives me my coffee fix. I'm like, maybe I'll add like a coffee protein powder or something, just to make sure I'm getting the protein and it's easier, something to do. Does that fill you up like a whole food protein would? Because I'm noticing that, like, even though I can get really satiated eating like Greek yogurt or something like that, I need like 2 servings of it to make me feel full. But like, I've noticed that like the whole food, like whole sources of protein make me feel way fuller. Like if I have tofu or if I have eggs, like I'm good. I don't need to eat anything else. So let me know, do you stick to the whole stuff or do you use powders or anything like that? And then also, Have you noticed the differences in your cycle? Like, have you had to train a little bit less during your luteal phase? Or are you more ravenous and you have to bump up your calories? Let me know how you're handling that kind of stuff. Keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching. But yes, this is a win. This is a victory. The Greek yogurt with the ranch seasoning mix is definitely going to be a staple on my wraps and things like that. Which also is a good thing, because even though I love that teriyaki, it does have added sugar, and I do want to minimize sugar content for obvious reasons. So there is that. But thank you all for watching, and I wish you all well and good eating. Have a good one, guys. Bye.